Well, thank you so much for staying with us. And again, we have a lot of things going on, and we've been answering questions that you have had throughout the week. And if you have questions that you haven't been able to get to us, remember, we would love to answer your questions right here on the air. But of course, we answer them first off when you ask the question. You can give us a call at 330-455-5997. To ask your question over the phone. You can fax us your questions at 330-455-5998. You can email me your questions at Cindy Petiiti, that's CINDY PETITTI @gmail.com. Or better yet, stop in at the store at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway, and we will answer your questions, in person, right there at the store, get you your solution, and hopefully get you back to take care of the issue that is in your garden. And remember, we have all of our veggie and fruit flats on sale this week. Buy one and get one half off, and you can mix and match those any way you want. We also have our seed potatoes all on sale at 25% off. And also, we have all of our calibrachoa in the 4-inch pots. Buy two, get one free. So we would love all of you to take advantage of that as well. If you haven't got all of your planters done, the calibrachoa do great in planters, and they also do great in the ground. They will give you a nice big bang of color. They do not have to be deadheaded to keep blooming. So it's a great plant to, it's very versatile and you can do a lot with. We also have our holly tone and plant tone on sale. The tones are very good and are very versatile. You can use them, the plant tone, on all of your plants that like a very neutral pH or an alkaline pH. And also the holly tone you can use on all of your acidic loving plants that likes that very low pH. So we have both of those 8-pound bags on sale, regular $12.99 on sale for only $9.99. So those are all on sale. Now, we are still dealing with some of the mosquito issues, which is only getting worse. So we want to make sure that you know about the citronella plant. It is a fabulous plant to keep the mosquitoes, also those other flying, biting, annoying little flying bugs around that we have. So the citronella plant is a great one, as well as lemongrass, and also the mints are all good, and also lemon balm for that. But the citronella is, I think, probably my favorite. It is so scented. The more you rub the leaves, the more the oils are released. So it will help keep it away from you when you're sitting on the patio and out by the pool, all of those things. And also you can pull a leaf off and actually rub it on your skin if you're not going to be close to the plant. Rub it all over your skin and it will last a nice amount of time also. So don't forget, also we do have the sprays for the mosquitoes and the ticks. We also have the clip that you can clip on if you don't like to actually rub the things on your skin. If you have some, sensitive skin and you can't do that, we have the clip that you can wear that is labeled for mosquitoes, ticks, gnats, all of the no-see-ums, all of those guys that you can clip right on your jeans. You can clip them on your hat, your belt. I know people that clip them on their shoe and keep those biting guys away from their ankles. So that is a great product also. And then, of course, the all-natural sprays that we have, of course, all of them no DEET and are safe for you and your children. So a wonderful, wonderful way to keep all of those mosquitoes away and to make sure that you are safe and your children are safe from the ticks as well. Now, the next question that we had was about tomatoes. And a lot of people have issues with tomatoes. They're just, we all plant them, and that's why there's so many questions about it. And, people that don't even plant a garden at all still do a tomato in a pot because they are so easy to do in a container. And so a lot of you have questions about the blight that we often get, the black spot on the bottom of the tomatoes. And so there are things that you can do to control these issues for you. So first off, when you plant your tomato, either in the ground or in a container, you want to make sure that you're using a good balanced fertilizer that is for tomatoes because they are very heavy calcium magnesium feeders They really like those kind of nutrients, and that's how they're going to do best. So the tomato tone or the tomato blast is the great fertilizer for them. Also, we recommend that you trim off the bottom leaves right away once you have the plant in the ground or in the pot, so that you can get good airflow around the base of the plant, and that is really going to help you to avoid the blight issues that we often get. Remember, it's all about airflow and nutrition. Also, remember that if you are planting in a container, you are going to be watering more because that plant the soil is going to dry out more. So you want to make sure that you're feeding on a more regular basis because you're going to be leaching out the nutrients more quickly by watering the plant so often. So using your tomato tone once a week, once every 10 days in a container is going to be most ideal for you. If you're in the ground, once every 3 weeks is going to be plenty. Also remember, if you've had blossom end rot, that's the black spot on your tomato, or if on your cucumbers or your zucchinis, you get a really nice flower and then it falls off and you're not getting any fruit, that's all blossom end rot. Last week we spoke about the spray that you can get that's going to give a shot of the calcium and magnesium right to the foliage, a quick way to feed the plant. But then the tomato fertilizer is what's going to help that long term. So even if you are doing some of those and you've had the issue, the tomato fertilizer will work on all of those plants for you. And that's going to keep those trace elements all up in the soil as well, so that the plant, either or all of them, are going to flourish well and give you really nice harvest. So those are kind of things that you want to make sure that you're doing. Our next question was about spot seeding lawn spots. And a lot of us have issues where we've done some, excavating a new patio. We still have, people are dealing with snow plow issues where the snow plow was in plowing the snow this winter and it tore up along the soil along the driveway, different things like that. And how we recommend that is to make sure that you level it out, get the ruts out that the tires maybe have made or whatever has made the issue in the lawn. Sprinkle that area then with the Hayseed Hank Super Soil, and then put your seed down, sprinkle the seed right over top. We carry great different arrays of grass seed. You can buy it by the pound, so you get just what you need. You don't have extra seed that you are going to end up wasting because it gets spilled or wet or something like that. So you can come in and buy a half a pound of seed if that's all you need. But then once you get the seed down, sprinkle it over the top. And I recommend the Bull Country compost instead of straw so that you don't have to clean it up. Sprinkle the Bull Country compost over top of it, and you won't have any cleanup to do. That acts as a fertilization. It also helps hold in the heat of the day because of its dark color, and it's going to keep the soil warm at night so that you will be able to have quicker germination. So the Hayseed Hank goes down first, then you're going to put down the seed and then the Bull Country compost. You will be amazed at how quickly you have that germination coming up through there, and all of those spots will be completely taken care of. Now, the next question that we had was actually another tomato question, and they had little bugs all over the bottom side of these tomato plants. They were cutworm larvae, and if you are battling with insects already, several of you are, not just on your tomatoes, but other people has been in this week with insects on their dahlias and their gazanias. So if you are battling with insects already, and I think we might have even mentioned this a couple weeks ago, nobody thought we would have terrible insect issues this year because it was so cold for an extended period of time. We really thought that most of the insects were going to be very little this year, but it seems like they are coming on with a vengeance. And some insects that we haven't seen in the past in some gardens, people are battling with these different insects this year. But remember, the Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew is a great go-to for all of your insect needs besides the aphid. So it's going to stop anything that's in that caterpillar form from moving to the next life stage. So within 48 hours, you are going to have very good control of that. And for the aphids, neem oil is a great go-to. Just a fabulous, fabulous product. And also the neem oil will work as an fungicide for you. So if you have dealt with some small amounts of powdery mildew on maybe your petunias or your tomatoes, the neem oil will control that, and it's also going to take care of the insects. So I know a lot of people this year has been battling with the aphids on their pepper plants and the black aphid on shrubbery, like their burning bush, a little bit even more than some of the other things that we always see them on, like the honeysuckle. We always see some aphids on the honeysuckle, that black aphid. We're noticing them quite heavily on your burning bush this year. So if you are dealing with those, the neem oil is going to work very well for that black aphid. And again, your honeysuckle might in the past have had the powdery mildew come on, and if you are killing this aphid with the neem oil, that's going all over the leaf, and it will prevent the powdery mildew from coming on. So you're going to sort of be killing two birds with one stone right here, and it's a great way to avoid that powdery mildew. Remember, avoiding powdery mildew is much easier to prevent it than it is to cure it. So if you have had a plant in the past that you have battled powdery mildew on as the heat of the summer comes on, July, August, if you start combating that now with the neem oil or even the copper fungicide, I like the neem oil because it kills the insects at the same time and helps prevent. You're going to find that that works out very, very well for you. So hopefully those little tips will help you control the insects, control the diseases. Remember, fertilize your plants. They need to be fed. Also, watering. A lot of people say, I can never keep my hanging baskets alive. My suggestion is to water your hanging baskets first thing in the morning, and then you want to feed them with a Bloom Plus fertilizer at least once every 10 days. I like once a week. So I tell folks this way. You remember when you get up in the morning, you are always thirsty. You're dehydrated from overnight. And that's the same way with your plants. They are dehydrated from all overnight. Don't make them stress all day long in the heat of the day until you come home from work at night and water them then, because they are extremely stressed. And when they're extremely stressed, they suck up too much water at one time, and oftentimes it will clog their root system, and then they can't take in the nutrients that they need to keep on surviving and doing well. So water your plants in the morning. If you need to give them another little drink at night when you come home, and that's when you want to fertilize because it takes a little bit longer, go ahead and do the fertilization once a week in the evening. But remember, giving them that drink in the morning is going to keep them much, much healthier and much, much happier. Well, remember the specials that we have going on this week. The veggie fruit flats, buy one flat, get a flat half off. The Calibracoa in the 4-inch pot, buy two, get one free. And all the seed potatoes are 25% off. Another show has slipped by us. Remember, we're at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway. Please stop by and see us, and have a blessed week.